Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about journaling and the reasons, one of the top reasons why people don't do journaling. And I heard this today from a friend of mine who commented on a post that I had done showing a Journal With Me page. And she had said, hi Jackie, she had said that she didn't journal because she had nothing happy to journal about. And I am going to agree with that statement. One of the things that I rarely do is handwritten journaling. So I don't have a journal where everything is written down. I do specifically artsy, craft, junk style journaling. I don't do writing. And when I do, it's very minimal. And the reason why I don't do any kind of writing in my journals is because I find that when I do write in a journal, everything that I put down seems to lean on the sad or the on the sad side, if that makes sense. And don't get me wrong, writing it down really helps when you are trying to process information or you are trying to work out a situation in your life. But to journal, you don't necessarily have to write. And I think this is what this video is about. You don't have to write in your journal to have a journal. You don't have to have happiness 24/7 to write in a journal. As many of you know, my husband is currently undergoing cancer treatment for the third time. And it has been a stressful, very stressful couple of months. And one of the things that I do is I tend to journal more during the times that I am stressed out. And the reason why I do that is because it allows me a creative outlet. It takes my mind off of things for a little bit. And again, I don't have to write anything in the journal. Because if I do right now, everything is going to be like upset, sad, you know, all of that stuff. So I wanted to show you some examples of things you can do without having to write a entry into your journal about how your day went. Now, of course, you can do that if you want to, and you cannot do that if you want to. It can be a happy entry, it can be a sad entry, it can be whatever you want. But this is what I do. Now, this is a book that I had. This is from 2015, and this was right before my husband's first cancer diagnosis. And even at that time when everything was going great and things were going good, I didn't really write journaling. I didn't do written journaling. What I had started to do was that I would take each day, I would draw a little something that happened in the day, like this one. There was a really big workload that particular day. And then I just wrote, this is how work felt today. My day off can't come soon enough. That was it. That's all I wrote. On this one here, I was off of work until Monday. I was happy to see the end of my work week, and you can see how I just drew little things. You know, here I'm giving, this wasn't my favorite entry. I'm giving my daughter a driving lesson. And that's pretty much how it went for us. And I had gotten these stickers and some of the stuff I drew in, of course. And there's a whole bunch of pages of just hand-drawn one sentence. Nothing crazy, nothing insane, nothing, because I didn't feel like I needed to work anything out. Now, again, I think writing in a journal helps when you have to work stuff out. And that's perfectly fine if that's what you want to do, but it's not necessary. You don't have to write in your journal. You can do like I did here, 1 line, 2 lines, or whatever. This is one of my favorite back in the day journals. because I did it this way. You know, here's one where it happened to be a sad day, and I drew sad with the, you know, old school S there, and then I put a little entry there of why I felt sad. So this is something that you can do if you are not a writer, or if you don't want to write a lot of stuff in your journal, but you want to keep some kind of tab on what happened. Like here, I did an entire week entry, and it's just how the week started, and I just was dragging towards the end, and it's just a little stick figure, and then just a note, and that's it, you know. So that's an idea of something that you can do. And then you have like my big journal here, my let's go on the road trip one. This one literally is just pictures of things that we did, you know. I'll just do a quick flip through, just a little memory of my mom-in-law and my mom. Some more pictures. This is from a shoebox. These are movies that we had happened to see when I was working on this page. My book log, which I have to update. You know, here's just random things that I have found. This is a store that we went to, Curioporium. This is from a candy store called Rosie's. This, I just drew this in there. This was me doodling on this page. You know, this is the window from the cancer treatment center that my husband goes to. This is my little coffee shop stickers. These are some of the dolls that, you know, I've done. Here's another shop that I went to, pizza place, family steakhouse, my May the 4th be with you page. And then here is, this is a trip that we took way back. And my daughter gifted me some ephemera for Mother's Day, and so I used it because it kind of fit in. So I just put pictures there, and then I have a few more pages left for this particular journal. And then let me get my other one. This is the one you see me working the most in. This is my real junk journal, I guess you could call it. This is just a washi page. This is a bag from Trader Joe's. This is pictures from a restaurant, new restaurant in our town that we gave a try. It's a chicken place called Dave's Hot Chicken. This is just stuff that I had around the house, the box top of a Kleenex box. This is a thing from Starbucks and a couple of stickers that I had. These are more stickers. This is a restaurant off of Route 7 heading towards Danbury, Connecticut. And this was all I wrote. Where it was, what we thought of the food, and whether we would go back or not. This is Jacob's Pickles, again, a small note. Here is when we went to see the movie Lilo and Stitch with a small note. That's it. You don't have to have happiness to do a junk journal like this. You can do a junk journal just to do the junk journal. You can do an art journal. And this one I considered, even though I'm not really drawing in it, this is more of like my little artsy dark journal that I have. And I just, you know, do one page here and there of ephemera that I find that's kind of dark. And here's a picture of my husband and I. We were at some haunted event in October, and that was us there. And that's it. You really don't have to write anything. You don't have to, all you have to do is grab things as you are going on throughout your day. And I'm gonna come right back because I want to show you guys something. Okay, I'm back. So this, my little passport sized Traveler's Company notebook is the only one that actually has written stuff in it, and it's literally just pages of our medications, notes from the doctors. I have a little planner that I have. This is the one that I carry with me because the one that I use the most is my Hobonichi. And then we have a special binder for my husband's cancer journey that has, you know, all his bracelets and notes from the doctors that I put into here so that I can keep it all in one place. This is my Hobonichi. This is my, you know, monthly, yearly. I don't use the dailies. So I don't use those, but these 3 planners all have the same thing in them. And then this little one, I have just things that I collect throughout the day. Sometimes I'll just stick them in here, little pictures. You know, some from Crumble, Jersey Mike's. There's a little page I did for my dad. These are stickers from one of the restaurants that we went to. It has folders. I can put, you know, if I get stickers and things, like this has little confetti stuff in here. And then I have like business cards and receipts and you name it, they're in here. And this is kind of like my little carry-all planner. And I take this in my purse. And if I need to jot something down, I jot something down. But this is more like to keep track of things as opposed to writing a diary entry or a journal entry. But when it comes to junk journaling, you can use anything. You can draw, you can just, you know, if you're a photographer, my husband's a photographer, he takes a lot of pictures, and I always put those pictures in my journals that I do. You know, you get stickers. I just got these new stickers the other day, which I have to show you guys because they're ultra cute. They're the Cholo stickers. And this one comes with 30 and this one comes with more than 30, but they're all absolutely adorable. So we got those. But just to let you guys know that you really don't have to write things down. And you don't have to have joy 24/7 to do a journal. Especially when it comes to junk journaling. It's a great outlet. It's a way to clear your mind and not have to think about things that are happening. And I highly recommend that you give it a try. You don't need to buy a traveler's notebook. You know, you don't need to buy a notebook like this. These can be expensive. You can get, where is it? This one I got on Amazon. I will put my associate's link in the description below. If you don't want to do something big, you can get the field notes. These I got also on Amazon. These are going to be used in my new planner, or my new notebook that I'm getting from Paper Republic. You can use a composition notebook. You can get little notebooks like this at, you know, gift shops and things like that. This is another example of paper. This is not my favorite paper, but this is a traveler's notebook insert. You don't need the cover. You can just use the insert. There's so much you can do without having to spend a lot of money, because these can get pricey. This one was, I want to say 60, and then this was 40. My original that I have, this one was probably about 60, and it can add up if you're putting in you know, you're putting in inserts and things like that. All of that can add up. A lot of, like this one I've had for 10 years. This is my newest one. This one I've had for like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 months. This I've had only for a couple of months. This I've had for like a month or two. So you really don't need, this. You can use this. You can use a regular composition notebook. You can use a regular notebook. You can use sheets of paper and then just stack them together. You can make your own with paper and staples. Do whatever you want. Have fun with it. Be creative. It's an outlet. It helps you clear your mind. It gives you a little creativity. It's fun. And I love doing it. I've been doing it for years. I really got into the hardcore junk journaling back in the early, back in about 2010 or so, was when I really started to do like heavy duty journaling stuff. And a lot of the journals that I had are either packed away or I've destroyed them. If they were written ones, I do have one that's probably from the 90s. That's all written, but it's also a junk journal, and I believe it's somewhere in my basement. I have to look for it, but you know, it's just good to do, and it helps you de-stress and take your mind off of whatever upsetting thing might be going on in your life, and you need to, you know, have a way to get that out of your system. You don't want to write. You don't have to write. You can just take stuff from your house, things that you collect throughout the day, and boom, you have a page. So this is a paper bag, receipts, little pictures, washi tape, couple of stickers. That's it. That's all you got to do. So that's it, guys. Get out there, get a notebook, and start journaling. Until next time, bye.